leaders must meet with management on a regular basis. They must be able to supply important information regarding things like cost control, which includes suggesting efficient cleaning techniques, product suggestion, upsell, and waste reduction methods, and must also voice any questions or concerns regarding security. A team leader is responsible for all home security, such as keys and alarm codes. Again, communication is the most important aspect of being a team leader. Lacking in this area can cost the company time, money, and reputation. Without proper communication, there is room for error, leading to mistakes which cost money. For example, redoing a job. This may or may not use up payroll, but it definitely uses time. Time that should be applied to other work. You can also use supplies which cost money, like cleaning products and microfibers. Offering a discount. A few small errors can lead to an inspection and result in an overall poor job and then a discount. The cost of retraining. When errors are made, retraining must be scheduled. Replacing or repairing property of the client. And time loss. If a mistake was made, the employer has to spend time talking to the client. Redoing a job uses time that could be used in a money-generating circumstance. If team leaders or people in charge of a sale do not communicate the proper amount of time needed for a job, cleaning techs may use extra time than was budgeted for. Some things that lack of communication may result in are lost opportunities, lost referrals, or even bad-mouthing of the company, leading to time wasted on marketing and growth. Reputation damage. When you have a bad reputation, you lose the possibility of growing by the word of current clients. Loss of respect from cleaning techs, who may speak negatively about the company. Also, clients may lose their trust and will shop around for another cleaning service. Here's a brief summary of the pros of good communication. Cleaning techs are happy, clients are happy, the business can flourish, and you can grow with more clients and cleaning techs due to your improved reputation. Not to mention, getting the job done right the first time is more profitable. Next, we will discuss the different types of communication: verbal, nonverbal, and written. A lot of the time we do not think about how we speak to others, or how we use accents, tone, dialect, and slang. The best way to work on your speech is to think about it as you talk. Make a conscious effort. Think about the speed with which you talk. Some people just talk quickly and link every sentence together without ever taking a breath or pause. If you do this while trying to sell a service to a client, you're going to be shut down fairly quickly. The best way to do this is to match your speed with the person you are communicating with. Don't be afraid of a pause when speaking. A lot of people keep the speech going because pauses can be awkward. Some pauses are good to give the person you're talking to a chance to take in an important point. Next time you're having an important conversation and an important point arises, take a pause and count to 3 in your head. Use inflection in your sentences. You don't want to sound monotone as you speak. Pitch and tone. Hard to change, but you can at least make a conscious effort to find the middle ground. Speaking softly can come across as timid or unconfident, but speaking too loudly is no better. In fact, it annoys people. Water helps if you're sounding too squeaky or high-pitched. Speak clearly and articulate your language. Enunciate each word. It can be very annoying to talk to someone who you simply cannot understand. Over time, and especially around people we know, we adopt certain jargon and shorten words like gonna for going or wanna for want to. Eliminate the verbal thinking pauses like you know, etc. Most of the time we do it and don't notice. By trying to eliminate those verbal pauses, we have been conditioned to think of as awkward. The best way to fix all of this is to listen to yourself on a recording. Now we'll move on to written communication. Team leaders must be able to write instructions, write reports to management, and record disciplinary action. Here are some examples to improve writing skills. Read scholarly articles. You can read funny or entertaining magazines just as much as anyone else. but spend more time reading material like CNN or New York Times. Pay attention to how sentences are formed. If you have a computer, set your homepage to a news site. Practice writing whenever you can, every day if possible. Try journalism. If you know someone who is a good writer, have them proofread your work and mark it in red. Reread your writing the next day. Writing doesn't have to be extremely formal. Write as you speak, but without using too much slang or jargon. Use active words instead of passive. Example, passive. The bathroom was cleaned by the technician. Active. The technician cleaned the bathroom. Keep your paragraphs concise or short and to the point. When you finish writing, read it out loud to see how it flows. Now we will discuss nonverbal communication. Body language is considered nonverbal communication. Most people are shocked to realize the majority of communication is nonverbal. You have to be able to read other people's body language as well as your own. A person's body language can be positive, negative, controlling, submissive, warm, hostile, or a combination of these. Some traits of positive body language are: head is up or tilted up. Shoulders are upright. They have a straight posture, a firm handshake. They smile, make eye contact, have open arms, feet are flat on the floor, and hands are in their lap or at your side. Some traits of negative body language: head is down, shoulders are drooped, they have a slouching posture, a weak handshake, no expression, no eye contact, crossed arms, or hands are in pocket or fidgeting. Some traits of controlling body language: the person invades personal space. They have an interrupting, loud voice. They have pointing figures and gestures. They're loud. They talk fast. They have a stern expression. Some traits of submissive body language: allowing people into your personal space, letting people interrupt you, have a soft voice, rubbing hands, nervous gestures, quiet, talks little, or has downcast eyes. Some traits of warm body language: smiles, has an open posture, a warm tone, and is mindful of personal space. Some traits of hostile body language are frowning, an aggressive posture, a harsh voice, staring eyes, and invades personal space. Lastly, we will cover active listening. The majority of employee problems are related to poor communication. Generally speaking, people are not great listeners. Like reading, you can read an entire page word by word, but if you're not actively reading, you won't absorb anything. This is where active listening comes into play. Do you ever notice yourself preparing your response to someone before they even finish speaking? A lot of people do that because they don't really know how to listen. Some tips to be a better listener: show empathy. Put yourself in their shoes. Don't become opinionated or jaded, or interject your opinion before they even finish their speaking. Don't focus on what to say next. Instead, listen to what they are saying now. And keep an open mind. Don't jump to conclusions, and don't let previous opinions affect your response. After a cleaning tech has finished speaking, think if there's any information left out you may need, clarify any questions or doubts you may have. Body language tips for active listening: get on the same plane as them. Perhaps if both of you should be seated. If you're seated, lean forward slightly, nod your head in agreement. Use other positive body language. Avoid distractions like cell phones. Use a quiet location. If you need to clarify something that was said, repeat it back to them rephrased. Always remember, listening and hearing are very different.